What's going on, my good people? This your boy, Life Up the Entertainer, here to bring you a battle between Fort Valley and Clark, Atlanta. This is going to be an interesting battle between both bands. Been a while since I've seen Fort Valley, so it's going to be interesting to see who won this battle. Like it's going to be a very short battle between both bands. It seems like we're gonna get majority of the grades from halftime. Fifth quarter, they had a fifth quarter as well, but it's a very short fifth quarter, and this was the beginning of the year, so I'm not expecting their books to be there. But I gotta say this: last time I saw Fort Valley, their book was all the way put together when they played Albany. So, like I said, this is early, so I'm not expecting it to be clean. But the field shows, I'm not expecting 8 to 5 to be there either. So, it is what it is. So, if y'all new to the channel, please consider subscribing. That really helps you out a lot. But if you've been rocking with your boy, please like up this video. It really helps boost up the algorithm. Okay? So the more y'all like this video, the more I can get to the right people so they can get connected with my channel. Okay? And so I say this to tell y'all, we all a family here. Please do not get in your feelings about these grades. If you feel like your band won, that's fine. If your band lost in my grading scale, don't take it to the heart, okay? So, below they have records underneath their band, but it can be improved over time as well. So, again, please don't get in your feelings about these grades, all right? So, moving on. Please look to the cards next to me so you know what we be grading, okay? We're gonna be grading for a field show. We're gonna be grading entrance songs, formation, dances, breakdown, overall creativity. All right. Maximum points they can make in those categories is 25. Well, not 25, but just 25 altogether. And then they got the creative department, and they can get 30 altogether if they was to success get a perfect field show along with it. If a band successfully get a perfect field show, I will give them some grace and give them, acknowledge them in the field show. Okay. When we look into the fifth, I will be grading that soon. I'll show y'all that grading skill when we get there. So in the meantime, y'all sit tight. I did enough rambling. Let's get into the action. Clark Atlanta's first.
A night when we say, Isaiah, the French Day, and head drumming, Isaiah, the Pharaoh Day. Show your love for the Clark Atlanta University, Mighty Martin Pepper!
They look very clean coming on, especially with the drum majors. We're looking for that 8 to 5. That's gonna be everything for the formations. Kind of shaky for that fanfare. 5 issues. Some more 8 to 5 issues. It's big. Oh man. It was one girl that just she was not doing too good on that one. Just feel like it could just be a tad bit stronger. You know what I'm saying? But there's like multiple moments on that.
My fellow Americans.
Right now, you can get Disney Plus and Hulu.
So with this breakdown shit. Okay. 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 They definitely got the energy though. Feel like they're having fun. So. Alrighty. Let's give it a grade. Let's give it a grade. Alrighty. So there was no creativity in that one. I just couldn't spot anything that was just creative about it. I think this was the first field show of the season for them. So entrance, I'm gonna give entrance a 5. It looked very good. Songs, I'm gonna give that a 4. When they did their fanfare, it was just shaky. So I'm gonna give songs, for formations. I'm gonna give formations a 3. People was not marching 8 to 5 in the lines. When y'all do lines and you not marching 8 to 5, it looks bad. Cause a line is a formation, and when it looks like a snake on the field, does not look good. All right, that's how you know 8 to 5 is not there. Dancers, I'm gonna give dancers a 3. Reason why I gave dancers a 3 was one girl that just was not synced up with the girls. With the other girls, the other dancers, and it just did not look good. It just seems like she was just out there doing her own thing, Breakdown, I'll give breakdown a 5. Alright? That's not me hating on Clark or nothing, but you want some. I'm gonna give it to you raw. I'm gonna give it to you raw, okay? They got a 20 on that one. They breakdown was one of their strongest things in the entrance. That's one of their strongest things. So, it is what it is on that one. Alright? We're moving on to Fort Valley. If y'all made it this far, please consider liking and subscribing. If you're part of this family, hit that like button, please. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Welcome to the family. We're going to be grading all different types of bands. And we might be grading majority of your band content. You never know. So, it depends on how much footage I can get. But I'm going to grade it. If it's halftime footage, it is just halftime footage, I'm going to grade it. So, I'll give y'all that. Alright? So, moving on, we're going to move on to Fort Valley. Again, please do not give me your feelings about these grades. There's nothing but love here, okay? I'm just going to give it to you raw, honest critique. Alright, so Fort Valley. Let's see what this field show is hitting on.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of alumni, faculty, staff, and friends, we proudly present to you the 24-25 edition of the Fort Valley State University Machine Marching Band. The Sound and the Fury. See you are on the move this time.
That's dope. Five issues. Some more 8 to 5 issues. Some more 8 to 5 issues. Five issues, man. Not put no energy in there. nice. All right, let's give that a grade. Whew. All right. Entrance was a 5. There was no creative moments either on that one. Songs, I'm gonna give songs a 4. Reason why, that dance feature, they just need to work on some articulation things on that. Now, granted, this is the beginning of the season, so I'm not expecting it to be there. Formations, I'm gonna give Formations a 2. All right. Formations, it was just missing that extra edge over it. For me personally, it was just missing that because that 8 to 5, you got to hit those lines, and I know that that's something that y'all work at band camp, getting that 8 to 5 together, and so when it does not look good, especially if y'all doing a line drill, it does not look good at all. All right, so I gave y'all a tool on that, and y'all had that happen at multiple times throughout the field show, throughout y'all drill, so that hurt y'all. Okay. Dancers is a 5. Breakdown, I want to give y'all a 4. Y'all band had the energy with just some people who just wasn't there. So y'all almost had a 5. It was just a couple bad eggs that were just not together. But for the majority, they did pretty good. So I'm not too mad about that. All right, let's see y'all grade. Very strong field show though. Very strong field show. Y'all got a 20 as well. Alright. So at halftime, it was a tie between y'all two. Alright. It definitely was some stuff that they needed to work on in some departments, but it is what it is in that. Okay. So tie for field. Okay, we're going to be moving on to 5th. This can be the deciding factor. Whoever gets the edge over either band, or it could be a tie. Never know. 5th quarter can turn the tides real quick. It can turn the tides real quick. All right. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, please do not get in y'all feelings about these grades. This is my opinion. I'm giving it to you raw and uncut. All right. So, moving on, we're getting into this action. Fort Valley versus Clark. Let's get into the action. Shout out to THD Productions for getting this footage. I usually go with him because he usually has some good footage for band battles. So, get that man and subscribe too, by the way. All right, moving on. Let's get into this action. By the way, so let me tell you how the scale that we're grading on to. I kind of got ahead of myself. So look to the cards next to me. We're going to be grading sound selection, power, articulation, arrangement, and overall cleanness. In each category, they can make a maximum points of 10, so altogether they can make a 50. All right. If a band is successful to get 10 in each category, I would give them a perfect rating for that song. Okay. So I have a tier list system on that. So if they do really good, they can get acknowledged, etc. Okay. So with that being said, let's get into the action. First. give that a grade. It was good for the majority. It's just like, couldn't complain about it too much. I would say Trumpets hanging over at the end I don't like though. But song selections 10, powers 10, articulations 10, arrangements 10, cleanness is a 9. Almost a perfect on that. I just, my thing is, it was good. It was like they almost had it in sync with it. I just feel like, we're just missing that initial edge for them to attack together at the end. But it was pretty strong for the majority. So I have no true complaints about that. Moving on. Clark Grant is next. It was clean. I had no complaints on that one. No complaints at all. That was nice. That was nice. Good job, Clark. Song selections 10, powers 10, articulations 10, arrangements 10, cleanness is a 10. They got a 50 on that. Nice little perfect from Clark. Nice little perfect from Clark. No complaints on that one. No complaints on that one. I think that was very solid. All right, moving on. Okay, for that. Okay, for valid, cut up then. him working on their ass, bruh. Give that shit a Ric Flair moment. Woo! Oh, that shit was nice. That was nice. That was nice. No complaints at all on that one, man. Very good. It was clean. I had nothing else to point out on that one. It was clean. It did what it needed to do. You know what I'm saying? It did what it needed to do. No complaints at all. Good stuff.
I like that one. They got that one.
Okay, Clark. Alright, let's get that a grade. It was good. It was definitely good. The problem is that we got a couple things to point out. So power is 10, articulation's 10, cleanness is a 10. That was good. Song selection's 9. Fort Valley gave me something funky. And it was a throwback. You gave me March Madness. I was not expecting that as a response back from Fort Valley. That's just me though. Arrangement, I'm gonna give that a 9. Reason why I gave it a 9 because it was just a big loop. I feel like that's something that you can play like during a football game, not during fifth. So that arrangement was just weak going against what Fort Valley just played. You know what I'm saying? So they got a 48 on that one. That's not me just being particular about it, but I'm just saying that, you know, if you're going to come with a response, you're going to have to come with it. You know, this is fifth quarter. So, you know, that's my thing. You know, if you're going to do something, you know, you got to expand your book. Now, granted, this is the beginning of the year. So, I get it. All right? So, you kind of get what I'm getting at on this. Yeah. So, just the book issue and the arrangement that just was not meant for this film. For Valley next. Let's give that a grade. Alright, so song selection's 10, power is a 10, articulation's 10, arrangement is a 10, cleanness, I'm gonna give that a 9. It's just missing just a smidget on that, you know what I'm saying? Like it just needs to be fine tuned just a little bit and be there. And for that to be the beginning of the season, that's not bad. It was just some parts I just felt like it just needed to be sprucing up just a tad bit. Just just some attacking issues together. Just coming in at the right time. That's it. But for the most part, it sounded good. The sound quality is there. Tone is there. So moving on. Alrighty. Let's get at a grade. So song selection is a 10. It was about that time to switch it up to a hip hop song, so I'm not too mad about it. Power, I'm gonna give them a 10. Articulation, I'm gonna give them a 10. Arrangement, I'm gonna give them an 8. Cleanness, I'm gonna give them a 10. I got a 48. Reason why I'm giving arrangement an 8, because it just seems like that's something that you have on a field show. It seems like it's a breakdown piece over, what I'm saying? I just feel like that's something that they would say for a breakdown. You know what I'm saying? And it's a big loop too. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I felt. That's the vibe I was getting. I just felt like that was not fifth quarter material. Okay? That's not me throwing shade at Clark or nothing like that. That's just me doing this. But, there's a trend to certain grades. When you're consistent at making bad selections, your grade get hurt even more. You know what I'm saying? So, it's definitely hurting them right now in the arrangement department. So that's a telltale in this battle, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So again, this is the beginning of the season. I'm not expecting that book to be there, or you know what I'm saying, but definitely it's hurting them right now in this battle. Moving on. Sit there, right back. Alright. Get at a grade. Alright. Song selections 10. Powers 10. Articulation, I'm going to give them a 10. Arrangement, I'm going to give them a 10. Cleanness, I'm going to give them a 9. Almost a perfect again. They just right there. They just had some people who just tried to overdo it, you know. I'm always like this, you know. If you're going to stick outside the pocket and just yeet, you know, that kind of, you know, you kind of get what I'm getting at. You know, you got to play within the ensemble. You know, it was sounding good until people tried to outdo themselves, you know. I blame the baritones on that one, but I think everything else was pretty decent, though, for the majority. You know, I just think that, you know, they just need to be sprucing up just a tad bit. All right, so they got a 49 on that one, almost perfect. Moving on. That four batter's gonna close us out soon. We're gonna still grade what they got going. We just ain't gonna compare it against Clark. Get at a grade 2. Song selection is 10. Power is 10. Articulation, I'm going to give articulation a 9. Arrangements 10. Cleanness is a 9. It was just some stuff that needed to be cleaned up, and their phrasing was just off completely. Especially when they was trying to do that oompa loompa doopity doop thing, you know, on the tubas, it was not clean at all. And then the percussion was fighting that with them too. And it gave us some tempo issues. So that was one thing. I'm glad they didn't pull in the fifth. They put it at the end of the fifth, but I'm glad they didn't pull that against Clark while they was going against Clark. So I'm gonna say that, you know. So that definitely would have hurt them in this battle if they would have done that. But to say this, you know, it's interesting to see how this will go and what this grade is. It looks fairly even, but I think one band just got a strategical edge over the other by a smidget. By a smidget. That's what it looks like. Alright, so we're going to see what that looks like. I could be wrong, it could be a tie, I don't know. But we finna find out in just a second. Alrighty, so let's give this shit a grade. This is interesting to see. Let's see what we got. Alright, so again, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all made it this far, please consider liking, sharing, and following. It helps out your boy tremendously, okay? If you subscribe, welcome to the channel. Be a part of this family. We're going to be creating more content for y'all. If y'all new or y'all old, please like up the video. Boost up the algorithm and get to the right people, okay? Thank y'all so much in advance. I really appreciate y'all, okay? So, let's get this grade out. All right, let's see who won this. All right, let's see who won this. So we're going to start with Clark first, and then we're going to do Fort Valley. All right, Clark first. They got a 167. 167. All right, Fort Valley is next. $168. 168. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Weedham and Wheat. There it is. 168. Fort Valley won this one, ladies and gentlemen, by 1 point. So it was a very close battle. It could have gone either way. It could have gone for Clark. It could have gone either way. It could have even been a tie. You know what I'm saying? So let me explain what happened, and we could talk about what was the determining factor in this and who could have got an edge. They field shows, they could have got a strategic edge over any band if they would have marched 8-5 for both bands. That was a thing. If one band was better and 8-5 department just slightly better, they would have won this for Clark. It would have been a determining factor for Fort Valley if they would have had that. When we look at the songs, if they was, and we talking about field show now. When we look at the songs, and if they just was just a tad bit stronger in articulating or getting those phrases right, they would have been stronger. They would have had a strategic edge over the other band. All right, but it was a tie. All right. Now when we look at fifth, Clark got the first one, but then the last two, Fort Valley got the last two rounds. Okay. And what hurt Clark in that one is the fact that song selections, they had to make sure you pick the right songs at the right part, and the arrangement, I just feel like, arrangement is everything. And you come in the fifth quarter with something, just a loop, that's not gonna do anything, And, loops are cool, but, if it's just a loop and that's all you got, you might as well just keep it and leave, You might as well not have done a fifth. You know what I'm saying? And that's not me picking on Clark. I'm just saying that was definitely a book issue. So, anytime you have a fifth quarter with a band, you got to have that pen game working. So, I think that's what gave Fort Valley the edge over Clark, is that their pen game was just slightly stronger and their song selections was on point. You got to treat these battles like they're a DJ, and so if you're not moving a certain way with that pen, or the band is not, you can have some clean moments, you know what I'm saying? You can have a lot of things. Your band can sound completely clean. But if a band plays something technical, right, I'm expecting you to play something technical back. If a band plays something funky, I'm expecting you to play something funky back. You kind of get what I'm getting at? If one band slow it down, the other band slow it down. You get what I'm getting at? You could do it for several rounds, but then you got to pick it back up too. But it is what it is on that one. So, really appreciate y'all for tuning in. Shout out to everybody who participated in those polls. Much love to y'all, man. I'm finna get up out of here, man. And like I tell y'all always, deuces.